The champagne flute shattered against the marble floor of our Manhattan penthouse, spilling golden bubbles like the dreams I just watched evaporate. It was our engagement party, the night I'd planned for months. String lights twinkling over the skyline, friends and family toasting to forever with Jordan, my brilliant lawyer fiancé. But as I stepped into the rooftop garden for a breath of air, I froze. There she was, locked in a passionate kiss with Elena, the rising Hollywood actress who'd been my college roommate and supposed best friend. My heart hammered like a courtroom gavel, the world tilting on its axis. Jordan pulled away first, her eyes widening in horror as she spotted me in the shadows. Elena, with her signature red lipstick smeared, just smirked, that infuriating, knowing smile she'd worn since our days at NYU, when she'd first introduced us. "Alex," Jordan whispered, her voice cracking like the glass under my feet. I couldn't speak. The betrayal sliced through me sharper than any closing argument she'd ever delivered. I turned and fled down the stairs, the laughter from the party echoing like mockery. How had I missed this? Jordan, the woman who'd fought tooth and nail to build her career at a top firm, advocating for LGBTQ rights in boardrooms where prejudice still lingered. And Elena, the glamorous starlet whose face graced billboards, hiding her sexuality behind a string of fabricated romances with leading men. We'd all come so far from those cramped dorm rooms, but apparently not far enough to escape the lies. By the time I reached the street, rain had started falling, soaking my silk dress. My phone buzzed relentlessly. Text from Jordan. "Please let me explain." Explain what? That our 5-year relationship was a facade? That the ring on her finger, the one I'd chosen with such care, meant nothing? I hailed a cab to my sister's brownstone in Brooklyn, the city lights blurring through the window like my thoughts. Sarah opened the door, her face etched with concern. "What happened? You look like hell." I collapsed on her couch, the story tumbling out in sobs. Sarah, ever the protective older sibling, listened without interruption, her hand on my back. "That bitch," she muttered about Elena. But it was Jordan's betrayal that stung deepest. We'd met at a Pride event. She'd been the confident attorney debating policy. I'd been the journalist covering it. Our connection was instant, electric, built on shared ambitions and the quiet understanding of navigating a world that still whispered judgments. Morning brought no clarity. Jordan showed up at Sarah's door, disheveled, eyes red from crying. "Alex, please hear me out." I let her in, not because I forgave her but because I needed answers. She sat across from me, hands trembling. It started innocently. Elena was in town for a premiere, we grabbed drinks. One thing led to another. Her voice trailed off. Innocently? The word burned. Elena had always been the wild card, the one who flirted with danger while Jordan was my rock. But as she spoke, cracks appeared in her facade. The pressure of her firm's expectations, being the token queer partner, always proving she was twice as good. I felt trapped, she admitted. Elena's world is so free, no judgments. Free. Elena hid behind Hollywood's closet doors, using our friendship as cover. I felt a surge of anger. And what about us? Our plans, our life. Jordan reached for my hand, but I pulled away. The damage was done. Trust, once broken, doesn't mend easily. That afternoon I wandered Central Park alone, leaves crunching underfoot. Strangers smiled at couples holding hands, oblivious to the storm inside me. Society preaches acceptance now, but for women like us it's a veneer. Families disown, jobs discriminate, and love becomes a battlefield. I'd fought for this relationship, defended it against whispers at work, the sidelong glances from relatives. Now it felt like surrender. Elena called next, her voice smooth as silk. "Alex, it's not what you think. Jordan loves you." This was a mistake. Mistake? Or the truth she'd been hiding? I hung up, blocking her number. Back at Sarah's, I stared at our engagement photos on my phone. Smiling faces mocking me. How do you rebuild from ashes? The question haunted me as I drifted to sleep, the city humming outside like an indifferent witness. The next days blurred into a haze of avoidance. I crashed on Sarah's couch, ignoring work emails from my editor at the Times. Jordan texted apologies, promises to end it with Elena. But doubt gnawed, was this the first time? Elena's fame brought temptations Jordan never faced in her structured life. I pictured them together, laughs over wine, stolen touches, and bile rose in my throat. Sarah urged confrontation. You can't hide forever. So, I agreed to meet Jordan at our favorite cafe in Soho. She arrived early, nursing a latte, looking smaller than I'd ever seen her. I screwed up, she said immediately. But I choose you. Always. Her eyes pleaded, but my heart armored itself. We talked for hours, about her fears of coming out fully at work, the partners club where straight marriages open doors. Elena's out and thriving, she confessed. I envied that. Envy. It twisted the knife. I'd supported her through bar exams, late nights, even when her family cut ties after our announcement. Her parents, devout Catholics from Texas, had called it a phase, a sin. Now this affair felt like validation of their doubts. What about my pain? I demanded. Jordan had no answer, just tears. As we parted, she hugged me fiercely. Fight for us, she whispered. But was it worth the cost? The fallout spread like wildfire. My phone lit up with messages from party guests. Whispers had escaped the rooftop. Is it true? One friend asked. I didn't respond, humiliation burned too hot. At work, my editor pulled me aside. Take time off, Alex. This story can wait. But stories were my escape. Investigative pieces on social injustices, mirroring the battles in my own life. Jordan moved out temporarily to her firm's corporate apartment, giving me space in our penthouse. The emptiness echoed every corner, a reminder. The kitchen where we'd cooked Italian feasts, the bed where we'd whispered futures. I rifled through her drawers, finding nothing incriminating. Just a photo of us at Pride, rainbow flags waving. Why risk it all? Elena surfaced publicly next, posting cryptic Instagram stories about heartbreak and growth. Fans speculated, linking it to her latest role as a closeted lover in a drama. Irony choked me. She texted me privately. Let's talk. For old time's sake. Against better judgment, I met her at a discreet bar in LA. She'd flown back, claiming press tours. She looked flawless, designer dress hugging her curves, but her eyes held shadows. Alex, I never meant to hurt you. Liar, I thought. We'd been inseparable in college, study sessions turning to confessions. I'd come out first, dragging her along. Now, she profited from the image while I lived the reality. Jordan pursued me, she claimed. She's confused about her path. Confused? Jordan had always been decisive, building cases like fortresses. But Elena painted a picture of vulnerability. Jordan's late-night calls about family rejection, career stalls. Her parents threatened to disown her if we married, Elena revealed. I knew that pain. My own folks had softened over time, but holidays still tensed with unspoken judgments. You took advantage, I accused. Elena leaned in. Maybe. But love isn't black and white. Her words stirred unwanted empathy. Hollywood's glare forced her into roles, literal and figurative. I'm tired of pretending, she admitted. Pretending? She built a career on it. As we parted, she hugged me. Forgive her, Alex. Or let her go. Back in New York, Jordan's firm hosted a gala. She invited me as her +1, a test of reconciliation. I went dressed in armor, a sleek black gown. Whispers followed us. That's the fiancé. Jordan gripped my hand tightly, her smile forced. During speeches, a partner joked about family values, eyes flicking our way. Jordan tensed. I saw the cracks. After in the limo, she broke. I can't do this anymore, the hiding, the pressure. Tears streamed. Her affair with Elena was an escape, a rebellion against expectations. But I love you, she insisted. Love? It felt tainted. We argued into the night, voices rising. You chose her over us. I shouted. Jordan recoiled. It was a moment of weakness. Weakness echoed her family's words. Her mother had called after the engagement. This isn't you, Jordan. Come home. Now amplified by betrayal. I demanded she cut Elena off completely. She agreed, deleting contacts before my eyes. But trust? Shattered. Sarah hosted a family dinner to mediate. My parents attended. Awkward hugs exchanged. Dad pulled me aside. Marriage is hard, kiddo. Especially, you know the unspoken for gays. Mom fussed over Jordan, ignoring the elephant. Over dessert, tensions boiled. How could you? Sarah snapped at Jordan. Jordan defended. I'm human. Mistakes happen. Human. In our community, mistakes cost dearly: jobs, families, safety. I thought of friends disowned, assaulted for loving wrong. Our privilege, urban, educated, shielded us somewhat, but not from internal wars. As the night ended, Jordan whispered apologies. I nodded, but doubt lingered. Weeks passed in uneasy truce. We attended therapy, unpacking layers. My abandonment fears from a fractured childhood. Her perfectionism born of rejection. The therapist probed. What price are you willing to pay? Jordan vowed change. I questioned sincerity. Then Elena's bombshell. A tabloid leak. Photos of her and Jordan, grainy but damning, from weeks ago. Headlines screamed. Actress's secret fling with power attorney. Jordan's firm called an emergency meeting. This could ruin your partnership track, her boss warned. Publicly outed, Jordan faced the music she'd feared. She came home distraught. They're sidelining me. Career versus love, the ultimate trade-off. I held her as she cried, anger mixing with pity. Society's double standard. Straight affairs forgiven, ours scandalized. We'll fight it, I said. But inside, resentment festered. Elena's revenge? Or accident? Confronting Elena via video call, she denied leaking. It helps my image. Edgy, authentic. Authentic? At our expense. You destroyed her, I spat. Elena shrugged. Maybe she needed freeing. Freeing from me? The call ended in fury. Jordan's family reacted predictably. Radio silence, then a scathing email from her father. This shame on our name. Disowned officially. She crumpled, the weight crushing. Was it worth it? I asked softly. She shook her head. But the damage rippled, friends distanced, my articles scrutinized for bias. In quiet moments I questioned my role. Had I pushed too hard for marriage, ignoring her hesitations? Society's push for normalcy, weddings, kids, clashed with our realities. Therapy revealed my own pressures, proving our love valid to skeptics. As high tension built, Jordan made a choice. She quit her firm, seeking pro bono work for queer rights. No more hiding. Admirable, but at what cost? Our savings dwindled, stability shaken. I supported, but fear gnawed. Was this redemption or deflection? The scandal's aftermath reshaped everything. Jordan's resignation made waves. Colleagues whispered career suicide. She threw herself into advocacy, volunteering at shelters for LGBTQ youth. This is who I am, she declared. Admirable, yes, but it felt like overcompensation. Our nights filled with debates. You changed for Elena, I'd accuse. No, for us, she'd counter. Elena's star rose paradoxically. The affair boosted her bad girl persona. Interviews hinted at complicated loves, never naming names. Fans rallied, calling her brave. Brave? While we bled privately. I pitched a story on Hollywood's hypocrisy, but my editor nixed it. Too personal. Family fractures deepened. My parents visited, tiptoeing around topics. We're proud of you both, Mom said, but her eyes avoided Jordan's. Dad grumbled about media circuses. Sarah, ever blunt, cornered Jordan. Prove you're in this. Jordan nodded, but tension simmered. A turning point. Jordan's estranged sister reached out. Mia, the golden child who'd married straight, offered olive branches. Dad's wrong, she said over coffee. But strings attached. Tone down the activism. Jordan refused, hanging up. I won't compromise anymore. Her resolve impressed but isolated us further. Social circles shifted. Old friends invited us less. New ones emerged from advocacy groups, women with similar scars. At a support meeting, I shared our story anonymously. Betrayal doesn't define you, one said. But it did, every touch from Jordan now questioned. Moral dilemmas arose. Jordan wanted to sue the tabloid for invasion. Fight back, she urged. But I hesitated. More publicity? Let it die, I pleaded. We clashed, her fire clashing my caution. You're scared, she accused. Scared? Of losing more. Society's gaze weighed heavy. Lesbian relationships scrutinized. Failure's ammunition for bigots. Elena reappeared, emailing apologies. I miss our friendship. Friendship? Tarnished. But curiosity won. I met her in neutral territory, a quiet cafe in Chicago during her shoot. She looked weary, makeup hiding fatigue. The industry's eating me alive, she confessed. Outed unwillingly, sponsors dropped her. Karma, I quipped. She laughed bitterly. Maybe. But Jordan, she's the one. The one? For her or me? Elena admitted lingering feelings. It was real but wrong. Wrongness echoed our ethical maze. Cheating versus self-discovery. Forgive me, she asked. I couldn't. Leaving, I felt closure's edge. Back home, Jordan awaited anxiously. What did she say? Truth spilled. Elena's regrets, her losses. Jordan's face hardened. She deserves it. But empathy flickered. Shared pain of public shaming. That night we reconnected tentatively, talking till dawn. I choose you every day, she vowed. Belief wavered but hope sparked. High stakes escalated when Jordan's ex-firm sued for breach, claiming she leaked client info in anger. False but damaging. They're punishing me for being out, she raged. We hired a lawyer friend, mounting defense. Courtroom battles mirrored our personal ones. Evidence of discrimination piled. During trial prep, secrets surfaced. Jordan admitted the affair lasted months, not weeks. Emotional mostly. Mostly? Rage exploded. You lied again. She begged forgiveness. I was lost. Lost in Elena's glamour. Escaping our mundane fights? I stormed out, crashing at Sarah's again. Sarah mediated once more. Decide, in or out. Inner conflict tore me. Love versus self-respect. Society's narrative. Forgive to prove strength. But at what price? Therapy sessions intensified, unpacking trauma. Betrayal triggers abandonment, the counselor noted. Mine from parents' initial rejection. Jordan's from family exile. Reconciliation teetered. Jordan won the lawsuit, exposing the firm's bias. Victory party at home. Friends toasted resilience. But alone doubts whispered. Is this enough? I asked. She pulled me close. It's everything. Yet Elena's shadow lingered. She announced a memoir, teasing forbidden loves. Panic hit. Our story fodder? Jordan confronted her legally, cease and desist flying. Elena backed down but damage loomed. Personal toll mounted. My writing suffered blocks from emotional drain. A promotion slipped away. Boss cited distractions. Discrimination veiled as concern. Focus on you, Jordan urged. But us became the distraction. In a moment of clarity, I proposed couples retreat. Upstate cabin, no distractions. There, amid autumn leaves, we stripped barriers. Jordan confessed deepest fears. Failing as partner, succumbing to stereotypes. I thought Elena understood. Understood what? The isolation of success in a straight world. I shared mine. Fear of inadequacy, of love not enough against odds. Tears flowed, bridges rebuilt. We pay the price together, she said. Returning renewed but tested immediately. Jordan's father called, health failing. Come home, he pleaded, ignoring past hurts. She went alone, facing demons. Return shattered. Partial reconciliation but conditions. Accept us or nothing, she told him. He chose nothing. Heartbreak fueled her activism. Speeches at rallies, voice strong. I admired but worried, burnout loomed. Slow down, I begged. She didn't, paying with exhaustion. As climax neared, a choice. Elena's premiere invite arrived. Peace offering. Jordan tore it. No more. Closure? Or avoidance? Resolution hung precarious. Jordan's activism surged. Keynote at a national conference on queer rights. I attended, pride swelling as she spoke of personal battles. Love demands sacrifice, she declared, eyes on me. Applause thundered but backstage exhaustion hit. I'm paying for my mistakes, she admitted. Paying indeed. Health scares followed, stress-induced migraines, sleepless nights. Doctor ordered rest, she ignored. The cause needs me. 'Cause over us? Resentment brewed. You're martyring yourself, I argued. She countered. This is redemption. Family dynamics shifted. My parents, inspired by Jordan's speech online, called supportive. We're learning, Mom said. Progress, hard won. But Jordan's side remained fractured. Sister Mia visited secretly, bonding over shared childhoods. Dad's softening, she hinted. Hope flickered. Social pressures intensified. Online trolls targeted us post-conference. Hate mail citing the affair as proof of instability. Lesbians can't commit, one read. We reported but words wounded. Community rallied but isolation crept. Why fight? I wondered aloud. Elena faded, her memoir shelved amid backlash. Rumors. She entered rehab. Emotional toll. Pity stirred her choice's price. A final message. Be happy. Deleted but lingered. Our relationship evolved. Dates recommitted. Picnics in the park, therapy, homework. But scars showed. Hesitations in affection, questions in glances. Do you trust me? Jordan asked often. Working on it, my honest reply. Moral quandaries peaked when Jordan faced a crossroads. A high-profile case defending a cheated spouse. Irony bit. Hypocrite, she worried. No human, I reassured. She took it, winning, justice served, personal ghosts exorcised. Damage assessment. Finances strained from legal fees, but stability returned via my promotion, finally, and Jordan's new nonprofit role. Less glamour, more purpose. Worth it, she mused. The price. Lost friends, family rifts, self-doubt. Awakening dawned slowly. I realized my own growth, stronger boundaries, deeper empathy. We survived, I told Sarah. She nodded. But at what cost? Confrontations culminated in a heated argument. Jordan wanted kids. Adoption talks resurfaced. Now, I balked, trust fragile. To build our future. Future? Tainted by past. We debated ethics. Raising children in our world amid prejudices. They'll face what we did, I feared. She persisted. We'll teach resilience. Decision deferred but pressure built. Society's expectations, queer families idealized yet scrutinized. Friends shared horror stories. Custody battles, school bullying. Then betrayals echo. An old email surfaced, Jordan to Elena, professing confusion pre-affair. Innocent, she claimed. Innocent. Trust cracked anew. Why keep it? Rage flared. She deleted but damage done. Rebuilding required radical honesty. We listed grievances. Her infidelity, my unforgiveness. Forgive or end, therapist advised. Choice loomed, stay and pay ongoing toll or leave and start anew. Jordan chose vulnerability. Public op-ed on her journey, owning mistakes. Betrayal taught me truth. Response mixed. Praise for bravery, scorn for drama. But cathartic. My turn. Article on societal pressures on LGBTQ relationships. We pay double, I wrote. Published, it sparked debates, our story anonymized but resonant. Healing progressed. Holidays approached. We hosted, inviting strays, friends without families. Laughter filled voids. Jordan's father sent a card. Thinking of you. Thaw. But tensions remained. Elena's comeback film premiered, theme. Forbidden love. We skipped but reviews stung. Raw real. Real as our pain? Ultimate trade-off. Jordan offered to relocate. Fresh start in California, near progressive circles. Escape judgments. Tempting but roots deep in New York. Sacrifice home? I questioned. Debate raged. Comfort versus growth. Decision, stay, fight on home turf. We define our price, Jordan said. Agreement sealed with a kiss, tentative but true. As story crested, awakening fully hit. Damage irreversible but transformative. Was the pain worth the wisdom? I pondered. The new year brought tentative peace, but undercurrents of unrest persisted. Jordan's nonprofit thrived, securing grants for queer legal aid. This is my calling, she beamed. I supported, contributing articles that amplified voices. But success highlighted disparities, her spotlight my shadow. Jealous, she teased. No, proud, but reminded of imbalances that fueled the affair. Family reconciliations inched forward. Jordan's father visited unannounced, frail from illness. I was wrong, he rasped over tea. Tears flowed, partial mending. But conditions lingered. Keep it private. Jordan refused. This is us. He left conflicted but door ajar. My side strengthened. Parents attended pride events, awkward but earnest. Love wins, Dad quipped, echoing slogans. Progress paid in patience. Social battles continued. A colleague outed subtly discriminated. Jordan advised lawsuit. Fight, she urged. I did, winning settlement. Empowerment but exhausting. Is this life? I wondered, constant vigilance. Elena's arc closed dramatically. She came out fully in an interview, crediting past loves for courage. Subtle nod to us? Jordan fumed. Too late. But I saw parallel journeys, all paying prices for authenticity. Our bond tested anew when adoption agency called, pre-approved. Excitement mixed terror. Ready? Jordan asked. Moral weight. Bringing child into our fractured world. Debates ensued. Stability versus risk. We've overcome, she argued. But scars remain, I countered. Choice crystallized in crisis. Jordan hospitalized from stress overload. You pushed too hard, doctor warned. Bedside, I confronted. Choose health over heroism. She agreed, scaling back. Trade-off. Impact lessened but us preserved. Recovery fostered intimacy. Quiet evenings, honest talks. I regret the hurt, she confessed repeatedly. Forgiveness bloomed slowly. Not erasure but acceptance. Community role deepened. We mentored young couples, sharing warnings. Love demands vigilance. Their stories mirrored ours. Family rejection, societal biases. How do you endure? One asked. By choosing daily, I replied. Final confrontations. Elena reached out for collaboration. A film on queer struggles. Healing project, she pitched. Jordan vetoed. No. I mediated. Closure. We declined, boundaries firm. As narrative resolved, reflections dominated. The affairs ripple. Lost innocence gained wisdom. Relationships evolved. Friends returned, loyalties tested true. Ultimate awakening. Love's cost in our world exorbitant, but worthwhile? We renewed vows privately, simple ceremony in the park. Through storms, Jordan promised. I echoed, heart fuller. Yet questions lingered. Society progresses but slowly, marriages legal but hearts lag. Our story. Cautionary tale or inspiration? In the end we stood stronger, scars badges. But the price, emotional toll, fractured ties, self-doubt immense. Was betraying a committed relationship ever justifiable in the pursuit of self-discovery? Or does it always cross an unforgivable moral line?